Hi there. Imagine that you are to travel from San Diego, California to the tip of Maine on for the 3,000 miles journey. On the first day, you set out to travel 20 miles. On the second day, you set out to travel 20 miles again. And after each 20 miles, you rest, right? On the third day, you set out to travel 20 miles again, and then you got into the desert. You did not consider the heat of the desert, the storms, the sun, the wind, and everything. You'd rested, you continue your journey after 20 miles. You reach Colorado, and then you got hit by the cold, by the snow, and then you could have rested, but instead you continue your 20 miles journey per day. Then finally, you got to the tip of Maine. Now imagine another person that set out with you on this journey from San Diego, reaching the tip of Maine for this same 30 miles, 3,000 miles journey. And on the first day, he set out for 40 miles journey. And the second day, he set out for 20 miles. And on the third day, he got to the desert. And because of the weather condition, the extreme heat, he rested in his hut, right? And then he continued the journey with 10 miles, 5 miles, which varies along the way. Finally, he got to Colorado. And then because he was so exhausted, he could not travel in the cold, or he could travel only less in the cold. And then finally, he stumbled right to Maine, where the journey ends. Now, comparing these two people, you look at, okay, the first person got to the destination way earlier than the second person. This is the story that was shared in Great by Choice by Jim Collins. The story of these two people who traveled didn't just end there. In fact, it is an actual story of two people, Amsterdam and Scott. One went to shoot a movie, one went to explore. The one that went to shoot a movie did not properly plan for the journey, and because of that, he lost all the equipment. He lost some staffs that went along with him, and was not able to shoot that movie. Relating this story with how companies perform and what companies do to become 10 times, and what companies do to become 10 times of what they actually are, or to become better and better in the society. This is the story that Jim Collins shared. Have you ever wondered why a lot of companies fail, why a lot of companies do not succeed, why a lot of companies actually succeed? What is the difference between a company that do 10 times of their revenue, 10 times of their impact, 10 times of increase, and other companies decided together in the same year do not achieve this same feat, this same 10 times 20 feet that some of these companies experience? Have you ever wondered why companies like Apple, when Steve Jobs was sacked from being the CEO, was going down, and when Steve Jobs came back on board as the CEO, Apple picked up back and become a 10 times company, right? Have you ever wondered about this? These are many more stories that Jim Collins shared in the book, Great by Choice. And I seek to bring you a robust understanding, a robust review about this book. Yeah. So let's dive into each of the chapters of this book, and then I will share 3 lessons I learned majorly from this book. Trust me. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 title says that living in uncertainty. Basically, right, Jim Collins compared different companies together and how that they are living in uncertainty, and how that some are not even sure of what they want to do. You would find that a lot of companies do not actually know what they want to do. Probably in their first 5 years of starting, they just have an idea. They just want to put out a vision. They just want to make, for example, Microsoft just want to make every home have a computer. But how they achieve that was not exactly clear to them, right? How do you navigate living in uncertainty? So in chapter 1, chapter 2 says that 10 ties are. So it says that basically the idea of chapter 2 was that empirical creativity, right, relies on data, relies on observation, and relies on companies taking out practical experiments to be able to become 10 times of what they had. Basically, they look at the innovations, and then they look at what exists in the world. They look at data to be able to come 10 times, to be able to up 10 times their success stories, 10 times their market share. Chapter 3, 20 mile march. This was a story I shared in the introduction of this book. How that when companies take calculated risks, step by step along the journey, they are able to achieve remarkable progress rather than trying to achieve every feat at once. They would not be able to achieve the remarkable progress that they seek to achieve. Chapter 4, fire bullets, then count boys. You just fire bullet, right? And then you fire a count bomb that is like a bomb, right? So what does this chapter talks about? Basically, this chapter talks about Jim Collins. Jim Collins said that companies that are able to test the waters, right? You see a lot of companies like, oh, they try different ideas. This works, this doesn't work. For example, Coke tried something in Nigeria some years ago where they like on each bottle you would see your name, right? They had to like change the size of the bottle sometimes ago also, right? They were trying to fire fire bullets here and there. And when they see that a bullet actually hits, or an innovation that they're introducing actually is being accepted by the market, they're able to fire a cannonball to be able to capture the whole market, the whole essence of the market. So this is the chapter 5, living above the deadlines. It is impossible to predict uncertainties, right? For example, nobody knew COVID was coming. Nobody knew how COVID was going to impact businesses. So what do 10 times companies do? What they basically do is to create a system that they call shock absorber systems that enables them to navigate through uncertainty whenever they experience uncertainty. This is the whole summary of chapter 5, leading above the deadline. Chapter 6 says SMART, SMAC. It means specific, measurable, and consistent. These are tools that companies that do 10 times of their growth deploy into their day-to-day activities. They are specific about their company's vision. They're able to measure their impact in the market. They stay consistent. So these are 3 things that you need to deploy if you're a business owner. So chapter 7, return on luck. A lot of people ask the question like, oh, some companies, they experienced luck. Oh, somebody gave the CEO money. They had funding. They had all of these. They have that and that. The truth of the matter is that, is it luck that makes company become 10 times up or 20 times up, or is it not luck? So what Jim Collins did was to list out all of the companies that they analyzed and list out all of the luck events. And they discovered that it wasn't actually luck that makes these companies become 10 times us, right? It was just acting on luck, right? Acting on luck was the action they took because luck was just present, right? It wasn't luck itself because there was a postulation he did, right? Or companies that took actions on luck and companies that did not took action and not take the actions on luck, right? And then he compared them together and we're able to see that it wasn't luck that made these companies become 10 times us. It was just the action and the positioning. So now let's discuss the 3 things I learned from this book. Number 1 thing I learned is that if you want to be great, you must choose to be great. From the title, you see great by choice. So if you want to be great as a person, or you want your company to be great, your business to be great, you must choose that greatness. And with greatness comes discipline. Discipline in consistency. Consistency is staying with your long-term goals, your plan, showing up every time. So you have to choose to be great. That is the number 1 thing I learned from this book. The second thing I learned from this book is that discipline is not alone to make a company great, to make a company 10 times, right? It's a mixture of discipline and creativity that makes a company great. Yes. For example, look at Apple. Apple did not just become great because of what they do, right? It was because Apple stays innovative, right? Apple stays consistency, which is a mixture of discipline, and creativity. So if you want to become great, if you want a company to become great, you must stay creative and you must add your creativity with discipline. Yes, because you would need discipline to be able to do the things you need to do. You want to probably produce an innovative product and then you're feeling lazy, right? You are procrastinating. That will not work. You must add discipline to your innovation, to your creativity as an individual. Or the third thing I learned from this book is that if you just sit still and not do anything innovative, the world will pass by you and you will die from that result. If you do not stay consistently innovative, you not constantly innovate your products, the world will pass by you and your product will die. For example, remember the popular BlackBerry phones, right? They did not stay innovative. Remember Nokia, remember BlackBerry. These companies do not stay innovative. And because they do not stay innovative, other companies came into the market, took their market share, and this company basically died. So if you are an individual, if you run a company, you must stay innovative, no matter how little, no matter how small. Please stay innovative. Add a little bit of innovation. You can look at your product and like, oh, these products can look better. My packaging can look better. These are simple innovations that you can add to your product, right? Oh, my design can look better, right? As an individual. Oh, I am a product manager, right? The way I communicate can become better. If you do not innovate as a person, as a business, other people will come and take your place, right? AI come and take your place as it were. Please stay innovative as an individual. This is the third thing I learned from this book. Now we have come to the end of the review of this book. Yeah, for me, this book, I would give this book a 6/10. Yeah, I know you have broken already. I'll give this book a 6/10. It's a 200 and something 93 pages book, right? Just if you exclude the conclusion, the index, right? It's more than that, about 300 plus pages book. So the reason why I'm giving this book a 6/10 is because it was basically written with business people in mind. It wasn't written in a layman's language, right? There are a lot of data in this book that might make it boring, a boring read. But this is why I read this for you, so you can catch all of the things you need to catch from this book at the main important points. Yeah. So I wish that Jim Collins had written this book like other books he wrote, right? Like Built to Last, where a lot of data were not used, right? But a lot of facts that people can relate with. You understand? Some of the companies are old companies that were analyzed and they do not apply to our current world, right? But you can take the lessons. The major thing is that you take the lessons from this book and then you apply them to your business, you apply them to your company or to yourself as an individual, basically. But this is still an amazing book, no doubt. A great business book for every business individual. You must read this book if you want to have a great company, if you want to lead a great company and the likes, right? So thank you for watching this video. Please click the like button, subscribe, share these videos with your friends and family. Drop a comment of books you want me to review, of what you like about my review, probably suggestions on things I can improve. Please do me that favor, do me that honors. Thank you. So we see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.